Today we're gonna try out ClubSport DD with the McLaren GT3 wheel. I hope I got them right, not quite sure. So like a week ago we did compare the CSL DD 5Nm versus the 8Nm, and I went and bought the ClubSport DD while I was looking for the wheel, this wheel actually. I wanted to get a wheel for my Assetto Corsa Competizione driving, and here we are. This video is going to be my first impressions of the ClubSport DD, how it feels and compares to the CSL DD, and also my first impressions about this wheel. Let's start with the wheelbase. Compared to the CSL DD 8Nm that I was using before, the difference isn't quite that big that I initially thought that it would be, especially when comparing what a leap in performance it is upgrading from 5Nm to 8Nm with the CSL DD. It's like two different worlds. So I did expect this to be sort of similar experience. It is not. It's definitely, there's a difference in force feedback strength. It's slightly harder to turn, but it's more accurate. That's the word I'm looking for. Like the information that I get through the wheel, it's more detailed. I guess that was the word I was looking for. Not accurate, but detailed. It's sort of softer. I'm sure there's perfectly logical explanation for that. I haven't looked into things that far. I'm not that into the technical stuff with these wheelbases, at least not yet. Maybe someday. Is it worth upgrading from CSL DD 8Nm to this one? Probably not. Yeah, I don't think the price justifies upgrading, because it is quite expensive, especially if you have CSL DD already. I like the wheel a lot. It feels so much better to drive in this game with a GT style wheel. Oh no, I'm just going too fast. I was trying to think and drive, not my strong suit. One downside with this wheel though is that I'm constantly giving you the finger now, since the paddle is slightly too far away for my index finger to rest on it. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. The paddles feel okay. I do like the paddles in the CSL WRC wheel a lot more. Button layout is good. There's plenty of buttons, more than enough for me to never remember what they do. I did put some stickers below those to like remind me what they're used for. Unfortunately, it's quite dark in here, so I can't even see, well, I barely see the buttons since they are not backlit or anything. Oh, damn it. But what can you expect from a wheel in this price range? The build quality is good, at least that's my first impression of it. The wheel was surprisingly heavy. I was expecting it to be slightly lighter for some reason, and it was a lot bigger than I thought. Even though I knew that it was 300mm, but it did look bigger than my WRC wheel, even though it's the same width. I guess it's just the form factor. The buttons, they feel good, except for the big P and N buttons. Those are like really stiff. I'll do a full review of both of these products when I have enough hours with them. I want to see how the product performs long term. And long term for me is it's like, I'd say 50 hours is the minimum. 100 hours is closer to what I'd like to do before giving my official opinion on anything, especially products this expensive. I'll quickly mention the quick release 2. I bought two of those, the metal ones. Didn't go for the pro ones because those are super expensive, and didn't go for the light version because bad experience with the quick release 1 light. These feel really good, super solid, and so easy and fast to use compared to the quick release 1. I mean, that wasn't hard either, but it was cumbersome compared to this at least. Actually, I did have one minor problem with the ClubSport DD wheelbase, which was, again, with the firmware updater. Eventually I got everything working, but I had to connect everything straight to the PC, because when it was connected to the USB hub, it was able to update the Wheelbase firmware, but it wasn't able to update the wireless quick release firmware nor the firmware for the wheels. But when I connected the Wheelbase straight to the PC, it started working. I think that's something to keep in mind. I don't think I'm the only one experiencing that problem, and it's rather frustrating in my opinion, and definitely should be fixed. My mouth is so dry, I need a drink. So, no more talking, follow me.